All right, last up, can we get questions for Ann-Sophie, please? Justin Levine.
Hey, Ann-Sophie, thank you so much for doing this. Congrats on the win. Can you talk about what it was like for you to get back into competitive game action today and to score a goal? Although when you scored it, it was the goal to make it 6-1. So, not much of meaningful one in one way, but again, this is meaningful action. So again, take it as you will. But how are you feeling? And what was it like to get off to a strong start today?
Actually, I think I don't want to put you on the spot, but I think it was the 5th goal. But I think is that right?
Sorry, that's right.
So we celebrated that much because we know with the point counts, we get an extra point with that 5th goal. So we were pretty excited for that. But definitely playing an actual game, it meant so much for us. And being back on the ice with your friends that we've practiced all year, and I guess years, I could say, it's just so amazing to be back on the ice and being with Team Bauer.
And can you talk about Jana Hefford's effort to ensure that this tournament gets played after, again, so long for the Canadian athletes not and the U.S. athletes being able to, since they've had 3 and this is just 1, but you guys are getting 7 games supported by the Calgary Flames via, social media support and, again, Scotiabank Saddledome. And then last but not least with Sportsnet giving you guys visibility all the way through.
It means so much. I mean, like we know with COVID, we've had a lot of uncertainties, and even with the event, we were still kind of on our feet, on the edge. Be like, is the event going to happen? So you don't want to be disappointed because we've had event canceled in the past. If we even look at the World Championship, so I mean, Hefford did an amazing job at organizing this with her team, and I'm really happy that we're here today in Calgary to be able to play and showcase our talent, and having all those sponsors being behind women's hockey.
Thank you.
Mike Murphy, please.
And Sophie, congrats on the big win and the big game. I think it was a 3-point night, and you had a big assist yesterday too. So 4 points in your first 2 games is a pretty good start to your leg of the Dream Gap tournament here. Can you talk about what was going right for the offense? Really felt like it was all the lines were buzzing, the chances were there. I know you had that first assist on Boulan's big goal to open scoring, and we've seen that connection a few times between you and Marie-Philippe. But can you talk about what was going right for the offense? Was this just, kind of skating downhill, getting all those chances, and they piled up and, the goals kind of came as they did?
Yeah, I mean, we saw the game was pretty close the whole game, and we kind of opened the floodgate towards the end of the game. I think our motto was just to keep things simple and putting pucks on net. And I think the other goalie didn't play many games, so we had to take advantage of that opportunity. So it was just a matter of, getting the pucks on net, being there for rebounds. And it's obviously amazing to just play Marie-Philippe, to be able to be on the ice with her and the first shift of the game, having 1 point, being up 1 goal. So that's always amazing. But it was, as I said, I think just keeping things simple, and we've had success.
Yeah, I think that first goal took 61 seconds, so a pretty quick one. Thanks again. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mike. Jared Book, please.
Hey, Ann-Sophie. Just wondering, the group in Montreal has been together for a while. There's been a lot of you, but you played online with 2 of the newcomers. You played with Rebecca, you played with Alex as well. So what have they been able to bring to the group, and not just them, but all the newcomers to the Montreal group so far, and not only in this showcase, but also in your practicing?
Well, they bring a lot of fresh energy. I mean, Alex coming off of college, and she's just so excited to be part of, I'll say, like the real world. Not that university is not, but it's just that we're in a different landscape. And Rebecca, I mean, she does a lot. She travels from Ottawa to be able to come to all of her practices. So it means the dedication and just the motivation of them playing hockey and being with us. It means so much. And it's just, a matter of bringing fresh energy to our roster.
Thanks.
David Siss, please.
Hey, Ann-Sophie, thanks for doing this, and congratulations on a great game. I was just wondering if you could talk a little bit about the format. Obviously, it's a pretty unique format to this tournament, and I was just wondering if you can give some of your opinions on how it's going and how different it's been from what you guys are usually used to.
I mean, it's always tricky. I mean, if you get a penalty and usually you get mad, but then it's an opportunity to get a point here, as we saw yesterday with Marie-Philippe Poulin's goal. Even today with the 5 points, we get an extra point. So it just kind of brings up, I guess, a different way to think of the game. Obviously, the goal is still to win the game, to have our 2 points. But if we can get some extra points and making sure that we want to secure a spot in the final, then we got to keep going and play against with those rules, I guess, and trying to get extra points than just winning the game.
Justin, please.
And Sophie, first off, thanks for the correction first time around. I had marked that down wrong, so thank you for that. I'm going to ask 2 more questions. One, can you talk about what it's been like to play with Laura Stacey, who perhaps is someone who you haven't played with, national team aside in the past, obviously with Lake Canadian, and she was at the Markham Thunder, if we look back to the CWHL, and just getting the opportunity to work with someone, of her skill and caliber. And then with that, can you also speak of Emirates Mashmeyer and her, her capabilities to keep you guys in games and just, remain cool and collected and get you guys through these?
Yeah, with Laura, I mean, when we played with the Montreal Stars, she was, as you said, on the Brampton Thunder. So definitely a player I like to have on my team. She's a skill player, really fast player, and she forechecks all over. She's like, when you see the puck, then right away you see her to be there. So she has a great shot. So I think it's a great asset to the Montreal or to Team Bauer. And for Emirates Mashmeyer, I mean, she's done an amazing job at keeping us in the game today, but and even in practices, she's someone who's very competitive, and I think she wants to get the best out of us by giving her best. And you could see that today she made some very important saves to keep us in the game and allowing us to get the win.
Thank you.
Any other questions? All right, perfect. Thanks, everybody. Thanks.